Have you ever found yourself in a place of absolute desperation? A moment when you are running from your past, terrified of your future, and utterly alone in the present. A moment when the sun goes down on your hopes, and you are left with nothing but the hard ground beneath you and a sky that feels empty and silent. It is in these moments of desolation that we often feel furthest from anything holy, anything divine. But what if it isn't precisely those places, in the wilderness, at our lowest point, that heaven is closest to breaking through? Today, we are going on an immersive journey to reconstruct one of the most mysterious and powerful visions in the entire Bible. We are going back to a lonely patch of desert, to a man on the run, to a night that changed his destiny forever. We are exploring the story of Jacob's ladder, and we will discover that this was not a simple dream about a staircase. This was a profound revelation of how heaven and earth connect, a divine blueprint that took centuries to fully unveil. We will ask the question, what did Jacob's ladder actually look like? And what does it mean for us today? The answer is a stunning prophecy that finds its ultimate fulfillment in the person of Jesus Christ. Our story begins not with a hero, but with a fugitive. Jacob is a deceiver, a trickster. He has just stolen the birthright and the blessing from his older brother, Esau, and now Esau wants him dead. So Jacob is running for his life. He is fleeing from his home, from his family, and from the consequences of his own actions. The Bible tells us he is in the middle of a long, desperate journey. And as the sun sets, he stops in a certain place. Not an inn, not a city, just a place. He is so exhausted, so destitute, that he takes a stone for a pillow and collapses into sleep. This is Jacob at his absolute lowest. He is a man with a broken past and a terrifying future, sleeping on a rock in the middle of nowhere. And in this place of utter desolation, he dreams. And he sees a structure so incredible it defies description. Now, for centuries, we have pictured this as a simple wooden ladder leaning against the sky. But the original Hebrew word, sulam, is unique. It appears only once in the entire Bible, right here. Its root means to lift up or to build up. And many scholars believe that what Jacob saw was not a flimsy ladder, but something far more grand, something familiar to the ancient world he was traveling towards. He saw a great stairway, a magnificent ramp, like one of the massive ziggurats of Mesopotamia, those man-made temple mountains, designed as a stairway to the heavens. What Jacob saw was a divine ziggurat, a supernatural bridge, resting on the earth and reaching into the very heart of heaven. But this was no static monument of stone. It was alive. The scripture says the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. This was not a slow, gentle procession. This was a bustling highway, a portal of constant, dynamic activity between the earthly and the heavenly realms. It was a stunning revelation that the world we see is not the only world there is, that heaven is not a distant, quiet place, but is actively and intimately engaged with the earth. And then, the climax of the vision. At the very top of this great stairway, Jacob sees a figure. The scripture says, "And behold, the Lord stood above it." In this vision, God is not a distant, abstract force. He is present. He is standing at the nexus point between heaven and earth, and he is about to speak. He speaks to this lonely, terrified fugitive, and he doesn't begin with condemnation. He begins with a promise. He reaffirms a covenant he made with Jacob's grandfather, Abraham. The promise of land, of countless descendants, and of a blessing that will flow through his family to the entire world. And then he adds a personal promise, a word of grace for this desperate man in this desperate moment. "Behold, I am with you and will keep you wherever you go, for I will not leave you." Jacob wakes from his sleep, and he is terrified. He is filled with an awesome dread, and he says, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it." How awesome is this place? This is none other than the house of God. This is the gate of heaven. He realizes that at his lowest point, sleeping on a stone in the wilderness, he had stumbled upon a direct gateway to the very presence of God. Jacob stumbled upon the presence of God when he felt most alone. Have you ever had an experience where you felt God's presence in a totally unexpected place or time? Share your story in the comments. But the story doesn't end there. For centuries, this vision was a profound promise for Israel of a God who provides access to his presence. But it was also a shadow, a prophecy pointing to a greater reality. Fast forward hundreds of years. Jesus is beginning his ministry, and he meets a man named Nathanael, and he makes a stunning statement to him, found in the Gospel of John. Jesus says, "Truly, truly, I say to you, you will see heaven opened, and the angels of God ascending and descending on the Son of Man." Do you see it? The connection is unmistakable. Jesus is looking back at Jacob's dream and making a jaw-dropping claim. He is saying, "I am the ladder. I am the stairway. I am the bridge. I am the connection point between heaven and earth." The angels are not ascending and descending on a place or a structure. They are ascending and descending on a person. The Son of Man, Jesus, is the ultimate Bethel, the true house of God. He is the gate of heaven. The way to the Father is no longer a dream of a stairway. It is a reality of a person. So, what did Jacob's ladder actually look like? In his dream, it was a magnificent, supernatural stairway, a bridge between a broken world and a holy God. But in reality, it is so much more. Jacob's ladder is Jesus Christ himself. It is a profound and beautiful truth that no matter how lost we are, how far we have run, or how hard the ground is beneath us, God has made a way. He has bridged the gap. He has opened the gate of heaven to all of us through his Son. If this visual reconstruction has opened your eyes to the deep, prophetic beauty of the Bible, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. Join us as we continue to uncover the hidden clues and unified story of God's great love for the world.